A 7-year-old North Carolina girl was shot and killed while in her sleep. She suffered up to 20 gunshot wounds. Now, this happened on December the 4th, 2016, and if it wasn't for Tommy Sotomayor, I would have never known about it. The medical examiner's report stated there were 20 gunshot injuries documented in the autopsy. Gunshot wounds were found in the child's head, torso, and extremities. Her grandmother was also shot in the leg and treated and released from hospital. And I want to address the thugs and gang members and ask them what part of the fucking game is this? Like you always say, right? When you see someone doing something fucked up, you want me to have compassion for you to sell these rocks and shoot these kids, right? But when you get caught, for me to be a real nigga and don't snitch. On behalf of those 3 innocent black kids who recently died of gun violence, may your souls rest in peace. This is where thugs have put the nail in their own casket for me, and I hope for all black people. This is where thugs have put the nail in their own casket for me, and I hope for all black people. It's officially time to have a civil war in the black community. It's officially time to denounce the practice of being a thug in the year 2017. It's officially time to use this momentum to campaign against thugs impeding another generation out of their full potential. Stories like these are the only reason I decided to start a channel. The brutal, heinous act of murder goes way too often without enough condemnation, without enough outcry, without enough outrage, bitterness, and anger for the ones perpetrating this insanity we have to put up with in the so-called civilized society, especially by black people who are mostly affected by this. You know, in the so-called white society and white community, if 3 or more persons are killed, it's called a terrorist attack. The country or state goes on high alert. City and radio station programs get interrupted with important news details pertaining to the incident. They, white people, and the authority figures across all boards collectively denounce the person or the enemy and pretty much wage war, going on a manhunt until the person is killed or brought to justice. I even remember a white young girl was kidnapped in my city, and the witnesses said the kidnappers wore a turban, and the street community radio stations were so quick to advise the kidnapper to turn himself in because they don't want to be seen as supporting criminals. As a black man, I feel powerless because I can't do anything about the situation. But if we all turn a blind eye and continue with our lives as if you didn't hear what the fuck I just said, black people, a fucking 7-year-old shot in the head and shot in the body up to 20 fucking times, and we go on like this ain't some shit to stop for a second and admit there's a fucking problem. More recently, we had another 2-year-old child shot to death in Chicago in the city's ongoing extreme violence. Also, an 11-year-old and a 12-year-old both shot in the head. The 11-year-old died while the 12-year-old was in critical condition and would later succumb to her injuries. The shooter were aiming at someone else. And this is only happening because it's not a problem for white people to fix. We gotta take the initiative, and the initiative is this: hand over criminals to the authorities. Here is another simple idea. If we as black people, not white people, go to Congress or even Trump and said we want a law passed where it's illegal to be a known gang member, make it illegal for gang members to promote their gangs on the internet. Gangs aren't businesses. Why do we tolerate antisocial behavior which only promote death? White people know if they call for the passing of these laws, they will be called racist. I gave you the idea. So whenever you're ready, black people, use it. Laws provide order. Order provides safety. We have to put fear back into these thugs' heart. Allow me to make a case to say why these niggas are worse than pedophiles. I even saw a comment where someone said blacks are more safer around KKK members than they are around niggas. And one day we are gonna have to want to disassociate ourselves from people who not only harm us like pedophiles do, but like I said, are just as bad or worse because they kill us without giving a chance to ever recover. Because even a pedophile might spare his victim from death, but not a nigga who's a savage. I'm not justifying pedophilia, but god damn it, I pray for the day where the notion of niggas and thugs and pedophiles are hated just alike. Most importantly, black people are the ones who need to have this realization. So until we as black people can commit to a public all-out campaign against thugs, gangsters, gang members, drug dealers, and hoods. We're all doomed and deemed guilty by association by others. You see, the group Black Lives Matter might have had some good intention, but they lost their purpose. They gained momentum but lack any real vision on what to do with their momentum. But yet I don't blame them. Remember, they weren't politicians, lawyers, or scholars to begin with. Where they lost the battle is with their focus on being Afrocentric and only focusing on police brutality instead of all crimes, especially black on black crime. Trust me, Black Lives Matter had a chance to really affect positive change, but now they bit themselves in the ass and became known as loudmouth hypocrites. Their one-sided mindset blindsided them, and if they were smart, they would have asked for help. Take, for example, Uber. I'm not off topic. This is important. Look at how fast Uber became a respectable household name, and they did the impossible. Not only created an app-based ride-sharing program which was illegal in most cities, but also went on to food delivery and creating thousands of jobs, going as far as thinking about automated cars and flying cars for the future to come, all done in a relatively quick succession. If Black Lives Matter wasn't so arrogant, no, I'm being polite. If Black Lives Matter wasn't so stupid, they would make all crimes a target on their radar, especially black on black crimes, not only crimes against blacks. Think about this. If they created a website and signed up everyone who was against the violence through an automated email worldwide, anyone who wanted to be a part as even a volunteer or any necessary call to action for projects they see fit in the communities where these crimes take place. In this digital age, we wouldn't even need to protest. Just having an idea, assemble, and execute. Because the height of police officers killing blacks are down now, so we hear nothing from them, while the black males are causing havoc in their own community. If they were smart, they would fit black on black crimes under their umbrellas of issues to tackle. It's a full-time occupation. If they demonstrated outrage about this 7-year-old being killed, we could easily round up 1 or 2,000 people / volunteers or more, march through the neighborhood and demand the culprit of this crime to come forward and bring him to the authorities if he hasn't already been arrested. Talk to the family members, apply the necessary pressure for survivors who are the ones most likely, if not anyone else, to know the shooter or what caused the shooting. But that's not all. Black Lives Matter should also be thinking about how to help prevent crimes from happening in the first place. Not with basketball courts, not with providing studio time for upcoming rap artists. No, motherfucker, by setting an example, publicly saying from today and now on, we will help in turning criminals over to the authorities to face punishment for their action. We will promote careers and healthy lifestyle choices for black people looking to better themselves. And we will have an all-out war against criminals who only destroy and shatter black lives. If they did that, then they could make the case against police brutality without bias. Now let me give you guys a warning. What I'm about to say is offensive. I used to think I'd have more time for doing videos, but I don't. So forgive me for scrambling all these thoughts at once. I wanted to do a segment called something like My Weekly Rants, where I'd rant on a weekly basis about shit that's upsetting to still see going on. And also an idea called Hypothetical Hour, where I'd pose thought-provoking hypothetical scenarios to stretch people's imagination. Right now, I'll do both. Hypothetically speaking, what if black people became slaves again? Forgive me, when I say black people, I'm generalizing, but I'm talking about violent niggas. Imagine the insult to be set free and then to be returned back to slavery because niggas after 200 years, and I'm just putting a figure because this is hypothetical, so I'm generalizing, but niggas couldn't cope intellectually with other races without being violent, because niggas became an unwelcome threat to society, because niggas just don't fit the model of a progressive society, because niggas don't have the willpower to gain success as law-abiding citizens, so therefore no one wished to coexist amongst them, so reversal slavery was the punishment. I pose that hypothetical scenario and ask, what do you think? Why do I say this? The term called Negro fatigue comes to mind. It's self-explanatory, but it describes the archives of despicable acts niggas do to and against each other in society. And it's all in the public domain. It's not a secret. It's there for the world to see. But yet niggas continue down a path of self-destruction. I'm convinced niggas aren't in control of their lives like they think. They are out of control and desperately begging for help. And who wants to live among people like these? Can you not admit you can see why other people hate us? And the worst part is there's no cause for the violence. It's usually petty or simply over pussy or a small amount of money. Black people are in denial if they don't believe niggas are ruining the black race. Niggas' whole ideology is off-putting. The loudest and most popular voices for black people are entertainers, and they don't have any morals, any righteousness, no collective black interests, no leadership or visions economically, politically, or community-wise. Only for their cliques, their gangs, their street corner, and themselves individually. This is the problem, especially with gangster rap. Niggas try to justify the street life, but what part of the game is this? This 7-year-old dying is often overlooked by many wannabe young gangbangers and the black community who think drugs and crimes have absolutely no effect on one's quality of life. But disagreeing with the message in this video is sticking up for the thugs who killed this little girl. Niggas rather die an early death living a low life expectancy lifestyle than to compete intellectually, because they seem to be shaking in their boots at the thought of setting any standards like white people do for themselves. And I'll admit, at first the rap game was exposing the harsh reality of life in the hood, but not no more. Don't get it twisted, black folks. What rap today is, generally speaking, is bragging about self-destruction. They try to blur the line by saying it's an art form. It's either rap or sell drugs. It's what they did in the past. Jobs don't pay enough. But check the rapper young black youngster. It's enough said. After making millions, they still don't change and influence others to be like them, repeating the vicious cycle. Remember in the movie Juice where Tupac played Bishop? Remember those small handguns niggas used? Compare that to today's deadly Draco, assault rifles, and machine guns niggas floss in every video. Think about the deadly outcome we give to thugs. We praise people who have no morals to be the judge, juror, and executioner over who lives and dies in our idea of what we call a civilized culture. Remember, also niggas used to act out because they weren't left many choices. I think as black people, we can admit we used to root for the bad guys because we were oppressed people. So some of us had to outslick the white man, and it felt good. But somewhere down the line, niggas start turning against themselves, and it became almost like a badge of honor for a nigga to kill another nigga. To say the least, it's baffling. Today's society is 100 times more inclusive than even 50 years ago. We don't need thugs to outslick the white man, and we don't need to be thugs to be successful, and that's my biggest argument. It's a cop-out being a thug. It's old-fashioned and outdated. And like Phil said from the Advice Show, it's the reason we need to make thugs public enemy number one. They have lost control. They no longer move in silence and have no proper organization or method to their madness. You can't sell the idea of niggas being oppressed by the white man like you could back in the days. Not to me. And if white supremacy is the problem, how the fuck do you explain black on black crime? It's the most delusional, dysfunctional, discombobulated train of thought as a fight against white supremacy. What I'm trying to say is young black dumb niggas who are out there thinking about joining a gang in the year 2017, go kill yourself. Let me explain something. If white supremacy is your main focus and you think you can fight it by being a street thug, you are small-minded at best. White people gave you the streets and drugs to distract you from the real wealth of the world. Whites, Asians, and Indian people made enormous military advancement, international communication capabilities, satellite advancement, surgical, medical, scientific advancement, automated robotics achievement, and so on and so on. I heard at some auto plants they only need two highly trained technicians to operate the plant. The rest is robotics. And guess what? Because the robots can work off laser guided sensors, they can work in complete darkness, saving on electricity costs. Think about that. And think about how thugs are still trying to think how to kill blacks in more technologically advanced way. And think how lost we are. So to me, the only logical fight with white supremacy is to make the same advancement or shut the fuck up. Let's be clear. I'm not trying to stop brothers from making money. Money is needed to sustain life. I believe more in money supremacy than white supremacy. Let me talk about some forms of entertainment. There's pop music, country music, rock music, jazz, blues, and hip hop, which break down in different subculture: rap, trap, drill, gangster rap, and conscious rap. I'm not saying I don't want to see brothers be able to make money doing what they know how to, but pop artists often make way more money than rappers, though not always. But here's the thing: pop music, country music, jazz music, or dance music are innocent in nature by comparison to rap music. And as much as hardcore rap is my guilty pleasure, there's no denying the effect it has on young black male life choices. And when was the last time you heard of a country music video being shot up? A comedian will make his true statement and make his audience laugh about it. He will say, I'm a black person, but we have some issues. Like Chris Rock said, when I'm at an ATM getting cash, I ain't looking out for the media, I'm looking out for niggas, cause the media ain't never took shit from me, but niggas have. Cue the laugh soundtrack. That's funny, right? But if a white politician said the same thing, he's a racist. That's why, like I said before, we need more strong black individual to denounce young blacks from the lifestyle, and rap music needs to be heavily criticized. Like it or not, it's a bad thing to preach about fucking someone's wife. It breeds hate, anger, and jealousy. And hate, anger, and jealousy breeds death, murder, and destruction. Most rap music don't promote healthy lifestyles. We give rappers and thugs the same foolish privilege. Let them rap about fucking your main bitch, selling drugs, shooting the ops, and killing folks. And on top of it, then they make a music video showing them fucking your main bitch, selling drugs, and killing folks. That's a difference with any type of other music. Again, when was the last time one of Taylor Swift's shows got shot up? There are many gun experts on YouTube, but I remember coming across and watching some videos of one in particular, a white guy. This is what I can respect about how white people portray themselves. He has held and reviewed what would seem like every single guns ever produced. He even takes them apart and go into extreme details. He custom build parts and can remodel them as a hobby. He also have the utmost respect for gun safety. What he illustrates to me is that as dangerous as firearms can be, it's a tool with a purpose, may it be for hunting or protection, or in the extreme case of a war, to fight for a cause ultimately. And to contrast that with the lack of respect you see a thug has for his guns, and you realize why so many people keep dying. The primary reason a thug owns a gun is for misuse, misconduct, and mischief. Robbery, assault, and murder. No proper training, no knowledge of the history of his weapon, or not even a care for anyone else's safety. A thug, and I will go as far and say anyone who speaks ill will and cruelty against their fellow citizen, does not deserve respect in the year 2017. I'm not naive enough to think we can rid the world of crimes or debt. I know life is hard and even unfair, I get it. But since we are talking about the realm of death, let me briefly talk about traffic fatality. It contributes to a huge death rate. But say a family get killed in a collision. As people, we get saddened to hear the news of someone's loss of life, but the difference is that's an accident. It wasn't done out of hatred, bitterness, or anger. The difference with murder and why it is so sad is because it's done deliberately and often premeditated. And I am sane enough to know or believe these 3 kids weren't deliberately killed, or their killings were not premeditated. It's just a sad reality of inner city gun violence. the sad reality of gang culture, the sad reality of settling street beef, the sad reality that retaliation creates more retaliation, which creates more retaliation, and so on to infinity. And finally, the sad reality that the power of violence and guns are way too much power for the uneducated, misguided youth to have in a society of law and order. Thank you.